welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go down memory lane from the very first car I ever had to the car I currently have now, which is a 2019 Lexus IS, my dream car. I know it's on like the low end of a dream car and it's just a glorified Toyota, which it is, but I wanted that car for so long, and to finally have her, it makes me happy to finally have a car that I definitely worked hard for. I started driving when I was 18, so I want to say that was 2012, 2013 when I graduated high school. So the very first car I had was a 2012 Chevy Malibu. She was my girl. She got me from point A to point B. She was black on the outside and then she had a gray interior, which leads to the reason why I got rid of her. I ended up spilling barbecue sauce on the passenger side, which I couldn't get out. No matter how hard I tried to get the stain out, it wouldn't come out. So I ended up just saying, hey, I've had this car for a while, let's just get a bigger car. So I went with a 2012 Chevy Equinox. I was a Chevy girl for many, many years. I would probably still have that Equinox if I didn't get T-boned. So getting T-boned with the Chevy led me to the car that I had prior to the Lexus, which was the 2016 Honda Civic EX. That was the first car that I ever modded. It got me into the car scene. But I definitely riced that thing out in the beginning. I definitely riced it out. Once I met my boyfriend, you can tell my car took a complete 180. The mods got way cleaner. The car ended up, before I sold her, the car was super clean and it was exactly where I wanted it to be. But it definitely went through the rice stage. And I'll show you guys because I have pictures of all the mods I did. So let's get into it. So the very first thing I did, which I feel like everyone does when they get into the car scene, they have a car and they start plasti dipping everything. I plasti dipped the badges on the car, the emblems. I even did the front grille. I even did the rain guards. Why in the world I plasti dipped rain guards that already came black? I don't know, but I did it. And then I also had a wrap phase where I was wrapping everything or trying to wrap everything. I ended up wrapping the eyelids over the headlights, carbon fiber, and I left the middle of the grille chrome. Why I did that, I don't know. It looked a hot mess, but it was like that for quite some time until I went with the all black grille, which I should have just went from the jump to an all black grille. And that's something I learned. Like what I want to do with the Lexus is do everything correct the first time so I don't have to do it twice, which I felt like I did a lot of things with the Civic twice because I tried to go the cheap route instead of just doing it right the first time. So then there was a time where I tried to wrap, it was me and my dad, I tried to wrap the roof carbon fiber. The very next morning I took it off. It looked horrendous. The front ended up great. It was nice and clean, but when I tried to get to the back, it was bad. There was a lot of wrinkles. I don't have pictures of how bad the rear was, but just know it was bad. And then I ended up going to have it done professionally, having it wrapped just got gloss black, which that ended up horrific. The shop did a horrible job, which is what led to then having it just done paint. So I ended up painting the roof black, which looked 1,000 times better. And I want to get that done to the Lexus as well, but I'll probably just go to a really good shop and have it wrapped gloss black. And I probably won't do paint, but we'll see. I might change my mind. Haven't done anything yet. So then back to the Civic, I had these fog lights. I loved these fog lights so much, but they were so ricey looking back. I got so much crap for these fog lights. They were When they worked, I still thought they looked good. But then they went through a phase where the little eyelid on it wasn't working, so it was just the halo.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that?
It was a hot mess. I ran no fog lights for a while, and then my boyfriend ended up installing the OEM ones with his boys, which I ran those for the lifetime of the car. I actually sold them with the car. And then there was a time where I ran different big, huge banners on my car. I was in a car club, so I always had their banner on my car. It looks a lot cleaner without it, I'm not gonna lie. So I ended up taking it off. And then I just ran a full 50% tint on the front, and I had 15s around the rest of the car, which I love a dark tint on a white car. I think it looks super clean, and it's like a mod that you can do that's not too expensive, and no matter what, it looks good on the car. Then there was a time I ran maybe 3 or 4 different lips on this car. I also ran carbon fiber door handles, side mirror caps. I ran 3 or 4 spoilers. Let me tell you, the rear on the Civics was trash. Nothing that I did that made the rear look any better. Go talk about wheels. The first wheels I ran on the Civic were black raise wheels. I thought these were fire. I love these wheels so much. Let's talk about specs though. My spec was 18 times 8.5 plus, I want to say 34. Don't quote me on the offset because I can't remember, but I know it was up in the 30s, which trash. But you could not tell me anything about those wheels. I would stand by those wheels hard. Now, mind you, this is before my boyfriend. This is before I had friends that were in the car scene. Like, I didn't know. These were my first wheels. I thought, hey, at least they're raised, like they're real wheels. They're a reputable brand. It'll look fire. It'll look great. No. So I ended up getting, after learning, I went with my dream wheel. I always wanted a set of bronze work wheels. That's all I wanted, and I got them. So I ended up getting these in 18 by 9.5 plus 23. That was such a better fitment, and mind you, I was on BC coils at the time. I had then changed once I wrecked, I think. I did something to my passenger coil, which was knocking hard. I ended up getting new coils, which my boyfriend ended up installing too. They were BC Extreme Lows. Let me tell you, my boyfriend definitely had a lot of blade knuckles on this car, for sure. I definitely helped out with what I could, but he took on a lot, which is something I want to change for the Lexus. I want to be more hands-on with that and creating content for you guys. So we'll see how long it takes me to do anything to the suspension because your girl's scared. So then, yes, I went and got my bronze work wheels. I ended up curbing them maybe a year after having them. So after I curbed them, I got them fixed and I repower coated them, but I went with gunmetal instead of redoing the bronze, which, looking back, I love the gunmetal, but I really missed having bronze wheels. I still have the work wheels now, but they ended up getting really bent, and I don't know if it was a tire shop from putting the tires back on the rims. I don't know what it was. Someone messed them up, and I doubt it was me. Something I also did is I got different taillights. Threw those on, they looked way better. I will say that the different taillights did make the rear look a smidge better. And I had a spoiler that wasn't the greatest fitment just because it had to be drilled into the trunk, and I was not drilling into the trunk because I knew I wasn't probably going to keep the car forever, even though I told everyone I was never getting rid of this car. I also did Alcantara on my door panels, which I saw someone on Instagram do it, which I thought it was fire. I did just regular black and mixed it with the carbon fiber. I also changed up the headlights, so I ran the touring headlights for a while because my car didn't come with them, and then I ran another set of headlights. I don't remember the name. So as I'm editing this, I'm realizing I didn't talk about my carbon fiber steering wheel or my Alcantara and carbon fiber shifter that I ran on the car. The steering wheel was honestly my favorite mod. I still have it. I can't seem to part with it. And then I only ran the shifter for 2-3 weeks just because it kept giving me an error message when the car was in park and turned off that the car was still in gear. So I only ran that, like I said, for 2-3 weeks. And then I just switched back to the stock one. And then also editing this video, I realized I didn't do an outro. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to leave down below what cars you guys have modded in the past or are currently working on, I would love to know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.